boss in the box. Fucking shop with the boss in the box. Fucking shop with the boss in the box.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Where did they go? Okay. All right. That is the only excuse you get. You went to go get a beer. That is okay. I excuse this.
Well, I don't give a good goddamn what you do or don't excuse, Brandon, because it's episode 112 of Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box. I am one half of your handsome, heavyweight co-host duo, the LunchBox, joined...
Hey, Dave.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Oh,
Hey! Brett.
Hey!
Brinston.
Brinston.
Got you, dude. How you been?
Right.
Ah, dude.
What's up, Wesley?
Long time.
Wesley Ussery in the house.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you've been. What
are you
drinking? Yeah, it's just. He's been a pretty decent host here, you know.
How did you get so trash so quick?
Because it's
Dad,
what?
this is water.
Live from Los Banos, it's Monday night with your host, Brandon the Boss Blacker, and my son, Dave Lunchbox.
Oh.
Capital L, capital B. One word. Thank you very much. Ussery. Hi, guys.
This is amazing.
Here.
How you been?
Big Daddy coming in and stealing the show, ladies and gentlemen. What?
Here you go, man. If you want to try and have a drink, try some Glenfiddich fine single malt scotch. Good evening, everybody. As you all see, my dad is with us. Brandon is with us. That's right. We're here to have some fun. This is a very special occasion. This one means a lot to me because how often do I get to have my dad from 2,000 miles away come hang out and do a show with us?
1839 ballpark.
1,839 miles ballpark, give or take. Give or take.
Yeah, to be accurate.
Nothing wrong with that. So, you know, we thought it was fitting, or Mr. Lunchbox thought it was fitting, that, you know, we talk a little bit about the past. I don't know, you fill them in.
All right, so my thought process was, you know, Dad's not going to be able to keep up with wrestling. Dad's not going to, you know, necessarily want to talk about some of the locals or the current stuff that we might want to drag in. So what could we do for the occasion that my father's going to be joining us?
Old stuff.
Old stuff, exactly. The blast from the past. So we're going to talk a little bit about your favorite TV shows that other people might not remember. Hell, you might not remember it until Brandon and I spit it out. We're going to also bring up your favorite one-hit wonders. You know those guys that, you know, you heard that one song and it was the shit, and you figured these guys are going to be around for years to come, and now you only see or hear from them on the Where Are They Now specials, or when you read about them when they tragically die. So, or
Subway. Making your sandwich.
Making your sandwich.
All right, well, I would hope that we have a few more harder hits. That
right. 1, 2.
All right, what is everybody drinking? Because I know those are some new beers I have not seen before.
Actually, you've seen mine before. This is one of my favorites. Liquid Gravity Orange Dreamsicle Hazy.
Yes.
I went out. I was so excited that there was another one of that there was another one of those available. I had to get some special beers for my dad being over, and those of you who watched the beer review with us last night, thank you. You got to hear some embarrassing shit about me and about my dad. So, yeah, that's I, as you guys may have noticed, when Dad came in drinking water, acting drunk, I poured him a little Glenfiddich, and now he's gone and passed that off to his beautiful wife, my stepmom Tish.
Hello, Tish.
If you want to come and say hi. Tish is very akin to Jen in the fact that she doesn't necessarily like to be on camera or thrust into the spotlight, so she'll be sparing.
No, I will be 100% honest. When I was able to tune into the beer review last night, it wasn't for long because it kept glitching on my end. I had to cut out. But when I saw Jen sitting there and I saw Tish sitting there, I could have sworn that they were sisters.
The resemblance is pretty uncanny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it's become more pronounced over the last couple years.
Tish has
Dave.
more tattoos, you know.
No, she does not.
You saw more.
They're just more visible.
Ah, okay.
Like I said, Jen's got quite a few tattoos. They're just mostly
How
hidden.
many she got?
I don't remember.
How many you got?
33.
Oh yeah,
33.
never mind. Tish does have much more tattoos than Jen. Like triple.
God, that
Never mind.
43. Fuck, man.
She,
Oh, 33.
she did.
Still, that's a lot though. Like,
My dad has a brutal innocence tattoo.
do you really?
Show it.
Here, Dave. Full shirt.
Oh man, you went large with that one. That's beautiful.
Hey, go large or go home, bro.
Word. Wow. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
It was funny. Like he told me he had a surprise for me. I was like, what the fuck? And I pulled up to work for Graveyard one night, and he sends me a picture. I was like, what do you think of that? And I was like, you just doomed my band, old man.
1 month later, the band breaks up.
Actually, I think we made it another 2 years after that.
Okay.
You did.
That's awesome.
But I'm still
Thanks, Mike.
blaming him.
It's all fault.
So, okay, we have all our friends here in the chat, all of our typical friends. So, go ahead and say hello to them. But tonight is all about nostalgia. You know, when you were a kid, what were some TV shows that you watched? What were some things that you listened to? Like, let's run the gamut here and just talk about fun old things. Like, for me, I'll be 100% honest. When I was younger and, like in the 80s, early 90s, it was all about cartoons for me.
Back then? Like it's not now?
Okay, fair enough. I'm still watching cartoons.
Nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely. But as a little kid, cartoons were my life. From the minute I woke up to the minute I got home from school, it was cartoons and cartoons and cartoons and video games all day long. And, like if I wasn't watching a cartoon, I was watching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Absolutely.
Like that stuff was life for me. But, the things I can remember, and we're getting some things in the chat, like Pokemon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Powerpuff Girls.
Power Rangers.
Absolutely Power Rangers. Like,
But that's not what we're here to
yes,
talk
we
about.
are. We are talking about anything and everything nostalgia and our topics.
See, I thought the point on the topic was to kind of bring out those like Toonami. I think that's a good one. Superstars of Wrestling.
I've never seen that.
Oh, dude, it was an old cartoon way on back. Like, you and me are a little too young to really remember it. But Vanek's right in that bracket. But those shows that make you just be like, what the fuck? Really? I forgot about that show. Rivy just threw up SWAT Cats.
Yes, I remember SWAT Cats. What, Wes, what TV shows or cartoons or whatever do you remember watching when you were younger?
Okay. I'll give you 3 topics. Pick one. We'll
All
go
right.
with it. Saturday morning cartoons. Weekday morning before I started going to school. Morning movies, which was usually Dialing for Dollars movies. Or the evening, TV shows.
Yeah, let's go with Saturday morning cartoons. I think some people.
Thank you.
I think
All
some
right.
people will be more familiar with that.
With in this audience, maybe not. I remember when Mighty Mouse debuted. Underdog was already on.
Oh yeah.
Rocky and Bullwinkle. Johnny Quest.
Yes.
USA Network Cartoon Express. Get down, Mike
Yeah.
Vanek.
There was just so many. And then, wait a minute. Because of Dave, I got to watching Thundercats. Because that was in his time frame, not mine.
Thunder.
Yes. And what was that other one? He-Man, by the power of Greystone, or whatever it was.
Gray Skull.
Gray Skull, whatever. Yeah. But another thing, something that I think is sorely missing in society was the cartoons that were just so epically done. Like if you go back toward like the Disney Fantasia era in that area, these cartoons that were like 3 or 4 minutes long, they had classical music. There was very seldom any verbiage. It was just music. And the music was going with the wind and the trees moving and things and just different things. And actually, you know, it's classical music because that's all there was really around that time. And well, there was country and western, things like that, but
Both kinds, country and western.
Yeah, country and western. and there was this beginnings of rock and roll, but when those first came out, because they're probably late 40s up to late 50s, but those were such epic cartoons, and I don't know if you can find them anymore, you know?
I mean, you could probably find anything and everything on YouTube nowadays.
Possibility, but with all these, as we spoke earlier about copyrights and stuff,
A lot of it gets pulled.
yeah, a lot of it gets pulled because private people put it on, and the people that own it don't want, you know, no, I'm not making a dime, so you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Or I'm embarrassed about that.
Silly symphonies, yes, that was some of them. It sure was.
Like, yeah, dude. I've heard of like 90% of the things that you rattled off. So, I know Mike Vanek has as well. He's almost as old as all three of us put together. So,
Nobody really knows how old Mike Vanek is. He says he turned 42 the other day. I think that's bullshit.
Is that 40 times 2?
Yeah, 40 times 2 would be more apt.
Slightly older than me.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's already on AARP right now. So,
They'll take you at 50. And if they don't care, you
And
can
if you're
lie.
married to a senior citizen, I mean,
Yeah.
that's Tish started getting her AARP stuff about a decade ago for you.
no
12 years.
shit.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dad's robbing the cradle.
That's awesome. You
Tish
get
is robbing,
you get more
Tish robbing
awesome
the
by
adjustable bed.
you get more awesome every minute, man. So like,
Just wait. I guarantee you I can deflate that. Yeah. I can totally destroy that image and burn it to the ground. But yeah.
well, here on Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box, we don't talk politics. We just stay here and have fun. So let's do that.
Oh. You didn't have to bring up the P word. We don't even say the P word around here.
Okay.
You
So
pussy.
so you know we have all the nostalgia. Like, what about you, Lunchbox? What kind of nostalgia do you remember watching as a kid?
You know what? Some of the cartoons I wanted to bring up are, once again, things I titled my segment on it, Remember This Show? Because I wanted to bring up shows that, you know what, you don't even think of. You can't even find anymore unless you go to your YouTubes and your other hubs. The first one, and I posted it in the group the other day, was Eek the Cat.
Yeah, dude, I like Eek.
Which was also seconded. It started as a short skit in Eek the Cat, but then it got its own show, was the Terrible Thunder Lizards, which I didn't even know until the other day that the theme song was sung by Dee Snider from Twisted Sister.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know it until my buddy Cayenne brought it up.
I've never heard that one.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't hear it till the other day, so don't.
Well,
blot
no,
it.
I'd heard it, and it was one of those things that, like, as soon as I play, I could have sang the theme song for you all the whole time, but I didn't realize it was Dee Snider until Cayenne mentioned it, and I ran it back and was just like, how the fuck, even as a 10-year-old kid, did I miss that?
Really? Have you seen him lately?
Yeah.
Doesn't look the same.
Doesn't look the same, and he looks really good.
Yeah.
Like, Dee
Still
Snider
got the voice.
still got the voice. He's in incredible shape. He does yoga all the time. Like,
I like yogurt.
no, yoga.
No, that hurts.
So, like, you know, all the way back to the very first cartoon I could remember, and it took me 30 years to remember what the name of this cartoon was, and all it took was me remembering what was in it and then Google searching what I thought was in it to find this fucking cartoon. The earliest cartoon I remember watching and obsessing over, like, I had coloring books, I had toys, but I couldn't remember the name of the damn cartoon. Has anybody in the chat or you guys remember a cartoon by the name of JC and the Wheeled Warriors.
No.
Dude, it's like
Talk about it.
Yeah. So this cartoon, man, was pretty much like it was like Voltron, but like they were driving vehicles, like semi trucks and cars, and they were fighting these like alien plant things.
Wait a minute. I do.
And they had like buzzsaw plants and like, you know, man-eater plants where they come down and just like try to eat people. Like it was crazy shit. Even back then. This was 1985.
Yeah, I do remember that now because I remember them driving up in the different vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember the semi truck specifically.
Yeah, the big
because I kept
big
waiting
red.
for it to turn into Optimus Prime and it wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine either, huh?
No. I mean,
No, but everybody remembers Scooby Doo though.
That's because it's a never-ending thing. Harlem Globetrotters cartoon was big when I was a kid. And that was when there was the, you know, Curly and all those were still playing.
Yeah, well, and remember the Harlem Globetrotters, Scooby Doo, and the Three Stooges cartoon version all mashed up a lot.
Eventually.
Like they always kept crossing each other.
Yeah. But this was when I was watching the Globetrotters was, I mean, the people in the cartoon were actually still playing on the court. Playing, what is the Washington Generals? Wasn't that who they play?
Yes, always the general. Dude, what's up, Saron? Yeah, California Raisins cartoon and Gumby.
Remember Gumby, yes. Oh, yes, Gumby.
You don't remember the California Raisins cartoon?
Not the cartoon, but I do remember. I remember the.
It was kind of a claymation, just like Gumby was.
Yeah.
all right, mad points if anybody could sing the Gumby theme song.
I can't do the whole thing. Yeah, but if you could sing that Gumby theme song, Saron, like go ahead and DM that to me. Like I'll play it if you want me to.
I remember like the first line, like, "We don't need to count on you today, Gumby," or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, some Gumby here, pal Gumby. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh, that's good stuff. Like,
2 points if you remember Gumby's best friend.
Who, me?
Yeah, Gumby. Yeah. Oh, my dad's drawing a blank.
It's Pokey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Poke, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a few days ago, and you know I used to do drugs. So.
Yeah. There is that. All right.
A couple of times.
You know, like, if I was on drugs, I think Gumby would want to be the show that I would watch. Because that show was a trip, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gumby was pretty nuts, man.
What was the dog's name?
Oh, what was the dog's name on Gumby?
Dog. I think it was just
Yeah,
Dog.
it was a dog. He was yellow, long tail, kind of like a Clifford dog, except regular size compared to Gumby.
Oh, man, I got to look that up. Like, let's see. Gumby dog name. I got to look this up. Let's see.
All right.
It's Nopey.
Nopey.
Wow, Google is weird. So I just put in Gumby dog name and
Gumby dog name.
and,
Yeah, Clifford, big red dog. Yes.
and,
I'm sorry.
And the first result that came through, other than the name, was is Gumby a boy or a girl? So
Who cares?
He's a Gumby.
He's a Gumby.
Yeah, he's a Gumby. I agree.
I don't think he had genitals, or
Gender
they
or
had
sex.
They had genitals.
Well, maybe Gumby was like a Mr. Fantastic from Marvel, where he would just like, you know, form his junk into whatever he wanted for any length. Just, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, Pokey was a horse, but we were trying to figure out the dog's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nopey.
But thank you, Jordan.
So, all right. So let's step away from cartoons for just a second. Let's talk about a little music. So
Already?
Oh,
Like, dude, I had hella cartoons. I had hella cartoons to rock it off,
all right,
dude.
All right, keep going.
All right. Now, bringing up Gumby, this was not on my list, but bringing up Gumby made me think of this. Now, of course, it sounds like me and Brandon were all Fox Tunes kids. You know, we watched our Batman, X-Men,
X-Men.
you know, one that is on my list that I was going to drop in there. I don't know if anybody ever watched Life with Louie. The Louis Anderson cartoon.
I watched a little bit of it, but not much because I was a little older in it.
You know what? I watched that with mom. Like,
I believe that.
mom and I loved that cartoon because there was that dose of reality to it.
Mm-hmm.
And mom just absolutely adored the realism behind it, you know, and you got, you know, Louis, this is gonna be the worst day ever.
Man,
Dad-
come on, man. My name is Louie, and this is gonna be a terrible day.
That was more his dad's voice on the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes, Spike. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Yes, I remember Mr. Bill quite clearly as a Saturday Night Live character skit. Yeah.
Rivy says Street Sharks. Oh yeah, dude. Street Sharks were my jam.
Street Sharks was dope, but I also like that he just mentioned the one with the transforming dinosaurs. And I think what he's talking about was the Transformers Beast Wars.
Yeah.
They used to come on right after fucking VR Troopers.
VR. We are VR. I love me some VR. You know, there was a point in time I loved VR Troopers more than Power Rangers.
You know, VR Troopers was made for the older audience. So like VR Troopers was kind of that whole, I'm trying to think of the right word. It was kind of that graduation. You know what I mean? That whole, as you're getting older, that's what, you know, that's supposed to be your next step. And actually, when I posted VR Troopers the other day in the group, Carlos Almodovar gave us a story to tell regarding VR Troopers.
Let's do it.
All right. So, this is some crazy shit. At a friend's dinner party, my friend and I were seated with this couple, and we started talking about where we work and live and whatnot, and the guy's partner was like, hey, do you guys remember the show VR Troopers? And I was like, yeah, that ripoff of the Power Rangers show, and he starts cackling and pointing at her partner, and the guy smiles, raises his hand with hesitation, and that's when he realized he was sitting across from Michael Bacon, who was on VR Troopers. and said he was a super cool guy. Him and his girl were really cool about it, and they decided they wanted to be super fun about it. And, you know, and yep, we were on that knockoff show.
Yeah.
Hey, they were on the show.
Yeah, that's very similar to my Adam Deuce story, which I've told on this show before. Adam Deuce from Machine Head story.
Adam D, man, the one and only.
Yeah, dude. Okay. So like, oh man, so every Cheech and Chong movie.
Yes.
Like, they're one of those things you're so surprised they were able to make a fucking franchise out of them, because other than Up in Smoke, they were all really fucking bad.
Yeah.
Well, back to the Blast from the Past.
Get it.
A friend of mine named Rooster, grew up with, ran around with in junior high. Back in the days of 8-track, he had every Cheech and Chong 8-track as it came out. Mm-hmm. And we could do each one word for word perfectly. Our favorite one was B Company. We actually did that in class, edited, of course. But yeah, that 8-track, guys, 8-track. That's how old.
Oh, I think Saroon just probably was playing your hits. What about the real Ghostbusters, Brandon?
Oh yeah, dude. I had nearly every toy from Real Ghostbusters, man. Like, you know, I had the headquarters, which was probably like 3 or 4 feet long, and maybe
that thing was huge.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 feet high. You know, I had Ecto 1, I had the Proton Pack, I had the freaking ghost trap that you would that could slide and open. You would like stomp on the button, the thing would like open up. Like it was dope, man. Ghostbusters had all the cool shit.
Yeah, I could see you running around the neighborhood with your fucking Ecto Pack and your ghost trap, sliding it around, throwing it at the neighbors and shit.
Yep.
And dun, 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 dun.
Walking up and down the street at the something strange in the neighborhood.
It's Brandon.
Who you gonna call? Brandon Blacker. Now, let me ask you guys, this one, I know Saron will remember this. I know Vanek will remember this because he mentioned the USA Cartoon Network Express. Does anybody out there remember the Hanna-Barbera Laugh Olympics?
I've heard of it.
It was the one where they had the villains, which was like Snidely from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Muttley,
Snidely Whiplash.
Snidely Whiplash. Thank you. Muttley, all those on one team, and then Yogi Bear had his own team.
Yes, I remember that.
Quick Draw McGraw, and like they'd have all these stupid events where all the villains were always trying to sabotage it.
Yes,
And
I
like,
do remember that.
And they actually had a running story where each team would like win one week, and those points would carry over to the next.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's...
And the characters were Huckleberry Hound was in it.
Huckleberry Hound.
They stayed very true to the original characters in that as best they could.
It was the whole Hanna-Barbera universe. Yogi Bear had a team.
Well, yeah, but sometimes like stuff like Yogi Bear and stuff like that, when they come back 15, 20 years later, it's not really them, it's close, just sometimes people die and so
right.
they can't continue. But
living.
it was very, very good. It was. Yes, it was. I forgot about that one.
Hey, Jordan actually has a good pick. Garfield and Friends.
Garfield and Friends?
Oh, yeah. Garfield
Yes.
was fun.
Oh, yeah. Garfield was fun, but the best part was the Friends. Oh, my God. What was the Barnyard one called?
Oh.
One with the weird chicken?
Yeah, there was the weird chicken, and there was the one that Sheldon was the egg. Like, he never hatched, but his feet were just hanging out the bottom, and he ran around. And then there was Wade the duck, who couldn't swim, and he always had an inner tube around him, and the inner tube had his head, like another mold of his head. Yeah, on the front of it.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, did that one jog a memory you didn't even realize you had, Mr. Blacker?
Yes, sir. Good job, Jordan, actually contributing to the show for once.
Yes.
Oh, he's so mean to her.
So are you.
Not publicly though. I keep my meanness to the DMs.
Chicken.
I didn't like Cow and Chicken, dude. Like everybody just ranted and raved about Cow and Chicken. I thought it was the dumbest shit.
What, that's weird chicken though?
No.
Okay.
No. Cow and Chicken was a show on Cartoon Network.
You know what I hated? It was way past my time, but I hated this stupid show was Dog Cat.
Cat dog.
Yeah.
Wow, that's timing.
Alone in a world with a little cat dog.
Cat dog.
What I mean, as we're kind of getting up there in the times, like, what'd you guys think of Rocko's Modern Life? What about Beavis and Butthead?
Oh yes, she threw out Heathcliff in this bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yes she. Heathcliff was my jam. And I even really liked the cross segment that they had, or the secondary episode, which was Riff Raff, the guy who used to live and he looked just like a Heathcliff, except he looked dirtier, and he had on a cool hat.
What was the? Oh man, speaking of Heathcliff, what was the movie of that inappropriate cat? Anybody know the name of what I'm talking about?
It was Heathcliff, wasn't it?
No. No, the first adult cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about way back when? Felix the cat?
No, not Felix the cat.
That was a porno.
Felix the cat was a character.
No, Felix was the black cat with the big eyes.
Yeah, and the cut tail.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is one of those moments I really miss my mother because she would have dove on this.
Oh man, I'm looking it up. Let's see, adult cat movie.
Fritz the cat.
Fritz the cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vanek.
Yep.
You know what? I'm kind of with you on that, Saron. I never got into Rocco. I was more of a Ren and Stimpy guy. And I was hella into Nicktoons was really important to me growing up, all the way across the board, up until Rocco was about where I started to fall off. I guess I got a little older. But I was huge on Are You Afraid of the Dark? All that. Doug, as Rivy just brought up in there. Now what's hella messed up is on Doug, if you go to Disney Plus, they only have Disney's Doug after they bought it from Nickelodeon and brought it to ABC in the mornings. And it just wasn't as good. No. They took away the Nickelodeon attitude.
You had Roger Klotz coming in there. Hey, funny.
Oh God, that was a beautiful Roger Klotz impersonation. Can you hit me with some Skeeter? Honker.
Oh man, I don't remember Skeeter. I know what he looks like. I can't place the voice though.
Dude, Gargoyles was the motherfucking shit. Like, I figured I wouldn't drop Gargoyles because everybody's going to remember Gargoyles because Gargoyles was one of the best cartoons ever.
Even I remember a few episodes of that one.
It was so good. It was one of those cartoons that, like the Batman animated series, was just a little too adult for the Bobby's World.
Bobby's World, yeah.
Oh, I can't do it. I used to do Bobby hella good.
Oh, that wasn't bad,
That was
dude.
good.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was good.
yeah.
How if you wanna be my friend? Oh man, I used to do Bobby
That
hella
was
good.
great, Brandon.
Yes, it was. Way to go, Brant. What was it? Brenton?
What'd you call him earlier, Brantley?
Brantley? Way to go, Brantley.
Well, thank you very much.
Dave and I were discussing Thundercats. Or no, it was earlier today, wasn't it?
Yeah, we brought up Thundercats earlier on the show because you started watching that. Because I did.
Yeah.
Jordan asked me if I could do Patty Mayonnaise. No, I wouldn't. She's too skinny for me.
Not to mention mayonnaise.
Oh my God, Brandon, we should get together and do a cover of Killer Tofu for the podcast.
Killer tofu.
Oh, you. Or we could be the Bluffington Yodelers and be like, yodelay-hee-hoo, yodelay-hee-hoo, yodelay-hee-hoo.
Christopher, Dennis the Menace, I watched the actual TV show.
That show was good. I like that show.
Which was,
Yeah.
it was better. Once it came into the cartoon realm, it was, we've discussed many a times that I prefer my comics on the comic book page.
Mhm.
Dennis the Menace in cartoon form was better as a funny page comic.
Mhm.
Once they brought it to the screen, it just didn't.
No, I'm talking
translate.
about the actual show.
No, I know. I was saying the actual show was good.
Yeah.
And the funny page comic was great, but once they tried to bring it to the screen, it just didn't work.
Throw something out here. If you guys want to gain a real appreciation for where we are in entertainment these days, there's a show called Hollywood 360. And what it is the old radio shows like The Shadow and The Lone Ranger and stuff like that. And it's epic, man. It is one of the best shows. I used to listen to it every Sunday night for 3 hours, and they would have like a couple episodes from one and then a couple, Father Knows Best. I can't, off the top of my head, can't think of all, but it was fantastic. And if y'all look it up, Hollywood 360, it is a fantastic look into the past.
Okay. I've seen The Shadow. I've seen The Lone Ranger. But I've never seen what you're talking about, so that's really cool.
Did you,
These are radio shows.
yeah, did you ever
free
listen
TV.
to the radio shows?
These are the radio shows.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
the originals, and even Gunsmoke.
The Shadow knows
Yeah.
what evil lurks in the hearts of men.
Yeah.
The Shadow knows.
Oh, those are cool.
The Shadow was badass.
Some of them are pretty dark. There was Dick Tracy. It's radio show. I mean, they're
The Saint.
yeah,
The Saint with Vincent Price was
Yes.
so good.
Anything with
Jen-
Vincent Price is good.
Yeah, but Jen actually got into listening to the old radio shows of The Saint. And, she had me listening to him for a while, and it's so good. The storytelling done without a visual is just so incredible.
And what's really great, if you can find a video of while they're recording these in the studio, a video of the people doing the sound effects.
Uh-huh.
It's unbelievable because, you're sitting there listening to it and you're seeing all this in your mind because that's what radio was about back then. It's before TV. But when you get to see the people doing the sound effects, you're going, wow, how'd they even think of that, making that noise? How they get there. It's incredible.
Mike Vanek's talking about Dark Shadows as well.
Yes, I watched the TV show in the afternoon when I got home from school, but I didn't care for the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't care for the remake that they did with Johnny
No,
Depp.
that was weird.
Yes.
That was weird.
It sucked.
Oh, Tales from the Dark Side, Saran?
Yeah.
That show, awesome.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
You know what? Or does anybody remember, since we're going down nighttime TV shows, the Freddy Krueger, Freddy's Nightmares?
Yeah.
I never actually
think it
watched it.
was-
I know what it is, but I've never watched it.
It was an all right show. It basically had the it was the short story, Tales from the Crypt. These were all Tales from the Crypt ripoffs. There was that one, Tales from the Dark Side. What was the other one?
There was a couple.
Monsters. Aunt Pep used to be really into it. Like, and the intro, I remember it was like a family of monsters watching regular people on TV.
Night Gallery was good.
That sounds fun.
Except for its time. Night Gallery was great.
Tales from the Crypt.
And of course, the one they all came from was Twilight Zone. That was
Outer Limits and Twilight Zone were exact same time.
Yep.
Well, the Outer Limits was really good too, but Twilight Zone was a little better production, I guess to say.
The original, and what was funny is when they got flipped, when they remade the Twilight Zone and they remade Outer Limits just fucking romped on it, dude.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. I used to stay up and watch Outer Limits after Mad TV.
Uh-huh.
Or actually, I watched Mad TV, The Nightstand with Dick Dietrich. And does anybody remember Nightstand with Dick Dietrich?
No.
It was Tim Stack was the actual host. It was a character. But and then after that would come on The Outer Limits, which was just so good.
Mike Vanek's getting pissed off at the lag. Like, nothing we could do about that, man.
That's not, dude. Leave the boom boom room. Go upstairs and bother Ida so she can be like, "Shut up, Mike Vanek, Davey, and Brandon."
I love Ida. I've never met her, but she's awesome.
The fucking shit, Jordan.
Yeah, I love Tailspin, Chippendales, Rescue Rangers, Gargoyles, fucking Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
Well, what about DuckTales?
DuckTales?
Yes.
Have you? We talked about this with David Howard Thornton. Have you watched any of the new DuckTales?
No.
It's so good.
Not yet.
It's so good.
Where can I find it?
YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen the new one. I mean, I saw the new Animaniacs, and the old ones are good too. Oh, and as we're kind of going back and forth a little bit, I want to go back to the early 90s and the late 80s. So does anybody remember the ordered from Wish version of Transformers called GoBots?
Yeah.
So, man, I was just like thinking about that show the other day, and there was a few episodes that accidentally got aired in Spanish for no reason other than the fact that they were just accidentally aired in Spanish. So, like, the reason why that's funny is because I'm expecting, I forget when this came on. I thought it came on, like, it would just come on. I'm like, oh my God, GoBots are on. I love GoBots. And then it's in Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck? And this happened like 2 or 3 times.
Well, I mean, you know what the real dangers of marijuana is, right?
What?
Running out?
No, I watched The Hobbit for 30 minutes one time before I realized I was watching it in Spanish.
Hey, you want to watch something funny? Go watch any Child's Play movie in Spanish. It's hilarious.
Okay, so one of the pride and joys of this beautiful Simpsons collection you see behind me is seasons 1 through 5 from Japan. Now, it's not all in Japanese, but you can switch the audio between Japanese, Spanish, and English. And we watched Treehouse of Horror in Spanish just so we could hear Homer be like, "This is my voice on TV" in Spanish. And it was fucking great, dude. Like, it sounds like Dan Castellaneta just going off, like, reading a script in Spanish. Like, he doesn't know what he's saying.
That's great. Like, the reason, like, I love the Child's Play one so much is in Child's Play 2, when Chucky says, "Don't fuck with the Chuck," it's like, it's obviously a completely different voice actor. And he's just, he sounds like he's announcing like a bullfight. He's like, "Pinche do Choco." It's like, what?
Does he really say El Fucko?
El Choco.
El Choco.
But no, but it's pinche, and El Choco. Jordan wanted me to do Pikachu for some reason.
Jordan
Pikachu. Pikachu. I can't do Pikachu right now. I gotta have clear sinus for that.
Wait a minute. Saron says she was watching Dragon Ball from Asia when she was growing up, and people said they thought she was lying that like this show existed. I'm guessing like
what? Okay.
Well, because Saron comes from across the world.
The pond.
No, across the pond would be England.
It's all a pond.
No, because she's from the other side. She comes from across the Pacific.
Well, we can all agree on one thing: water is wet.
Water is wet.
Yes.
And camels are smart.
I thought they were cigarettes.
Those
That doesn't make
cigarettes are expensive. Shall we keep going?
Yes.
We can just chain this.
Jordan is on drugs. Okay, thanks, Mike.
I'm trying to remember why did Mike Bannock say Jordan's on drugs? Oh, I tried to scroll on my computer screen. Okay, I guess maybe I do need another beer.
I don't know. I have no idea. I can't see why.
I'd have to go to the chat.
Ah, man.
Spock was upset about mentioning something a while ago, but when you mentioned it, missed it because of the lag.
Right, like he said it first, and then we said it, and he's like, the lag, I'm blaming the lag.
What about Vanek mentioned it earlier, the cartoon Mask, which is basically JC and the Wheeled Warriors and Transformers rolled into one.
Oh, wow, I forgot about that version. I was thinking he was talking about the Mask cartoon that they did off the movie.
Right, I did too.
Which was so good.
See, I thought it was bad, but being as and we can start getting ready to slide into our one-hit wonders real quick. But let's touch on like cartoons that were drawn from other sources like movies. You brought up The Mask. One of the things I actually put on my list was, does anybody remember the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures cartoon?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I hardly remember anything they did on it, but I remember the theme song, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, the most audacious, creations team.
They were the Wild Mustangs, right?
Wild Stallions.
Wild Stallions, yes.
Totally righteous, bro.
Well, and didn't they actually get the voice Keanu Reeves and what's his face?
Yeah, I think so.
To actually do it?
It's a trip to...
Hey, what's up, J-Dub? We'll see you next week.
That's right. We got J-Dub from his new band. He's going to be here next week talking to us, so it's going to be fun.
Life Jacket, by the way, is his new band's name.
Real cool. Cool. And I'll say this again next week, but listening to him, it just made me think of going to Warped Tour in like summers when I was a teenager all over again. So it's good shit.
Super fun punk rock band, Life Jacket, with their new song Head in a Fire. Go check that out after the show. Don't do it right now.
No, stay here with us. Keep that nostalgia rolling, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? We're not even going to do advertisements today. We're just going to keep talking.
I'm with it. Timon and Pumbaa, Jordan. That was actually a really good cartoon.
Yeah,
like the fact that they segued that and utilized it to springboard and even waited a few years to do the Lion King 1.5, where they told the story of Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah.
Like Timon and Pumbaa was a good cartoon, man. I was into it. Now, go ahead.
Rivy had a good one. Does anyone remember that Pokemon and Digimon created the greatest feud? Yes, I do. That was right up my alley, man.
How much do you think Digimon paid to get in on that?
I don't know, but I was always a Digimon guy.
I didn't like either.
I know.
like I had a beef with anime as a kid. I don't know what it is.
I fucking loved anime. I still watch anime to this day, and all sorts of weird, obscure anime. And cartoons are cartoons. They're, like, whether they're Japanese drawn or not, like it's good shit.
Like I said, as a kid, I had a beef with it. As I got older, it's a good story. It's a good story. I'm into it. If it's good content, it's good content. I'm with it. But like, as a kid, for whatever reason, like when everybody was just, oh, Pokemon, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, man, fuck them all.
Brandon, I can kind of get into the anime for one reason. I grew up on the original Godzilla movies, which were horribly dubbed into English. Yeah. And some of the, of course, what Jen likes, the karate movies.
Oh, the Kung Fu movies?
Yes, the Kung Fu movies.
Yeah, Jen got me into it. I mean, I watch Kung Fu Hustle at least once every other month.
I watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist at least every month. So, all right, okay. So Let's move on a little bit because we can keep going for another 2 hours on just naming old cartoons and TV shows. Like, we haven't even scratched the surface.
No, and we thought we had. You know, we talked about the fact that that was going to be tough. But, of course it wasn't, because we're all rude boys raised by TV.
Yep. And that is not a bad thing. And I'm going to go on a little tangent here. So everyone says, oh my God, you have to limit the screen time with your kids. I think TV is a good thing. I was raised on TV, and the only thing it did to me was it made my attention span a little shorter. But other than that, I learned so much from TV. And this is going to sound like a really dumb statement, but I probably learned more from TV than I did from actual school.
I can see that, and I'm a little older than you and went to some halfway decent schools, actually pretty decent school. The thing about limiting screen time, it's about how about pay attention to what's on the screen. There's the key.
Yes.
Yeah. If it's quality, it's quality. If it's trash, it's trash.
I agree.
What do you want to feed your kid,
Yeah, my beautiful, amazing fiance wife, she my son for some reason loves mumble rap, and it just makes me cringe every time he watches it.
Your son loves mumble rap because that's what she makes him listen to.
It's one of the things that keeps him good, so he enjoys it. So but I hate it because I'm just like, there's no substance here.
Speaking of movies, I can make my point with one movie.
Do it.
The Cable Guy.
Yes.
Yes, Chip Douglas. Right there. That tells you, okay? If you're going to let your kids be raised by the TV, either control the content or you got Jim Carrey.
Hey, that was an awesome movie. I love.
I didn't say it was a bad movie.
Mike Vanek makes a good point, though. Thank God for wrestling. You know what? I will say that. Mike Vanek, thank you for that. Because, thank God for wrestling. Ever since I discovered pro wrestling, dude, my imagination has been running wild for years. Like
Hulkamania, brother.
Hulkamania. Pro wrestling is where I developed an imagination. Because it was real to me. And eventually I found...
And it's still real to us, damn it.
And eventually I found out the ins and outs of what pro wrestling is. But, it was a big play. A big spectacle, acting, explosions, music. It made my, young brain go, whoa. This is nuts. And that's still how it is today to an extent. I'm a little jaded now that I know too much. But, I don't think TV is a bad thing for a young mind. Just like you said, Wes, control the content.
Garbage in, garbage
That's
out.
Right. That's right. So, you guys ready to talk a little music?
This is the one I actually had Dad prep for.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be a little more ready with this one. He was nervous on the cartoons because, he was worried about the generational gap. But let's face it, music in general is timeless. And it's especially timeless when you're talking about the one-hit wonders. No, it wasn't, Mike Vanek. Shut the fuck up. Wrestling got better. And the world started paying attention to wrestling when they admitted it was a spectacle. You're fucking tripping. Go have your Geritol, old man. Eat some soft foods. Take this pudding cup and shut the fuck up.
I tell me how you really feel, Dave.
More than anything, I like busting Mike Vanek's ball. I like wrestling on all aspects. I enjoy it when they treat it like a sport. I enjoy it when they treat it like a spectacle. I enjoy it when they treat it like ridiculousness. I wanted to discuss that stupid zombie match last night, but I haven't had a chance to watch it because my Peacock kept fucking up.
Yes, it did.
So, You, me, and Vanek can sidebar and do some bonus content the next day or two on that.
That's what you should have my wife involved in, because she grew up in St. Louis in a wrestling family.
And a wrestling town.
Yes, St. Louis is the hub, man.
It's not the hub, but it is a wrestling town. It's
Pretty solid.
It's the site of Owen Hart's passing.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Mike Vanek. You go fuck yourself with your bullshit.
You know,
That'd be difficult, wouldn't it?
they got Centrum Silver on sale right now. Go down to your Walgreens. Go get it. There's a coupon right on the aisle. $2 off. Go get your Centrum and calm down.
And if you buy 3 Centrum Silvers, you also get a 50% discount on a Life Alert. So when you've fallen and you can't get up, you can just call.
All right.
All right, let's talk some one-hit wonders, motherfuckers.
Okay, this was a weird one because like we didn't specify anything. We just like, okay, one-hit wonders. Got it.
Right, let's talk about your 5 top one-hit wonders. And of course, we've all got honorable mentions in there.
Sure. Like
No, I've forgone mine.
That,
I'm going to stick with the rule of 5.
Okay.
But I have to have somebody. What's his name again? Blendert?
What?
Blendert?
Oh, this guy. You want him to do it, or you want to have it in the chat?
Oh, okay. First one in the chat to pick a number between 1 and 6. That's the one I'll kick out.
all right. So somebody pick a number between 1 and 6.
$5 says it's going to be Jordan, but I would love it to be Cerrone.
That's not.
That's
Mike Vanek's getting mad. He's over there talking in his Roy Stanley voice. We love you, Mike Vanek.
number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, so we're gonna. Oh wow, and that was one of my faves too.
We love you,
Okay.
Mike Vanek, and we can't wait to yell at you. By the way, we still have to do Mike Vanek's show where we pick apart. Oh, and Vanek agrees 3. We still have to pick apart the fact that Ric Flair is not the
Okay.
greatest wrestler of all time.
I kicked out what I had number 3 on the list because there's actually no order in mine.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely no particular order.
Yeah, these are just songs that stick out in my mind. So, am I going first or?
Do you want to let guests go first,
Go for
Brandon?
it.
Okay. And this actually is one of my faves because I remember this song, jumping around singing it when I was a kid, and just happens that Jen's beautiful mother actually thought of it yesterday also, and that's Brandy by Looking Glass. I mean, that was a huge song when I was a kid, and you can still hear it in elevators all over the nation.
And Walmart.
And Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Second one.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
We
Okay.
go 1-1-1.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Try that. That's the tart break.
Ooh.
It's what you're drinking.
That's pretty good.
We switched to Shadow Puppet Tart Break.
Okay.
It's a Guava Berliner Weiss.
Okay, let me erase number 1 there since. Okay.
Just so that way you don't.
Don't repeat
Don't
myself.
get buzzed and repeat it.
Mhm.
We do that from time to time.
So we're
around here.
gonna jump all across the generations. I can already tell. We're gonna go genre hopping. We're gonna go generation hopping. This is gonna be fun. What do you got, Dave?
Oh, sorry. You go ahead because I'm responding to Mike Vanek's text message. He's telling us our episode can go fuck itself because we made fun of him.
But I'm here. Dude.
All right, so my number 5. I'm gonna pick a lesser known song. This is a song that came out in 1999. The band hasn't done too much since releasing this song. It was a badass song when it first came out. It's still a badass song now. Nobody really speaks much about the rest of the record other than just this song. But the song I picked was actually a heavy song by a band called The Refused.
Okay.
This song is called The New Noise, and it's from the album The Shape of Punk to Come. And
apparently that is not how punk shaped.
like this, have you heard that song, Dave, or do you remember what it is?
Off the top of my head, I don't. There's a part of me that wants to be like, here, hit play on your Spotify for a split second and only do like 4 seconds so then we don't get hit with copyright. And while you're queuing that up, Mike Vanek says that Brandy by Looking Glass is his favorite song ever. Well, it's in his top 5. And that's because Mike Vanek, for all the shit we talk, has one of the best eclectic taste in music, man. Like, seriously, like Mike Vanek's choices in music are always tip-top. Even if Brandon doesn't respect the great Bob Seger like he should.
Excuse me?
What's wrong with Bob Seger?
No,
Nothing.
you disrespected Bob Seger when Mike Vanek posted Catmandu.
What?
That's where I'm really, really going to.
What are we talking about?
Bob Seger.
I know, but when did I disrespect that?
He posted that, and you were like, fuck you, Vanek. And I was like, you don't like Bob Seger? And you're like, I don't even know what he's talking
I
about.
didn't know what he was talking about.
That's because you don't respect Bob Seger.
Really, dude?
Not at all.
Well, anyways, that's as much as we could play of that right now.
Anymore, we got to pay for the fucking rights. And we don't have the money for that. But we could have the money for that if you would go to Venmo us at Talking Shop, or I'm sorry, Boston Box. Venmo us at Boston Box. And if you do so and send us your phone number, I, Brandon, or Mike Vanek will call you and read you the bedtime story of your choice in the voice of our choice.
Yeah.
Because that offer will always stand.
Well, needless to say, that was a one-hit wonder. It was really big around the time of Rage Against the Machine and stuff like that. Go check it out later. That's The Refused. Song is New Noise from The Shape of Punk to Come. What's yours, Mr. Dave?
All right, so I'm going to come out of one of the best songs in my opinion. And it's crazy that, you know, a one-hit wonder would be one of my personal favorites, but I absolutely adore this song. You guys may remember it from the mid-90s during it wasn't in the grunge era, it was in the alternative bracket. And it was a little song by the Spin Doctors called Two Princes. Because, Brandon, if you like to call me baby, just go ahead now. And if you want to tell me maybe, just go ahead now. And if you want to buy me flowers, just go ahead now. Because here we all talk for hours. Talking shop with the boss in the box now. Dude, if you couldn't jam out to that song, if you still can't, that's one of my karaoke go-tos, dude. Mostly just so I can look ridiculous and be like, ba-dip, bip, ba-dip, dip, ba-dup, ba-dup, ba-dubba, dubba, 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 like live, and people have to still like cheer for it.
Oh, man. Okay.
If that song comes on and I'm in the car, dude, if you're in the lane next to me, you're getting a concert starring me.
Yeah. A few of those, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, ready for my number 2?
All right, yeah. Dad, go ahead and hit your number 2.
Okay. This one, Dave.
Uh-oh. We're getting hit by the lag. I think we have... Did we lose him? Uh-oh.
I don't know. Got there before.
There we go.
Mad.
There we go.
The name of the group is Safari, and the name of the tune was Wipeout.
Oh.
I mean, every kid my age was sitting around. I mean, second grade, everybody, all the way up to high school, you could hear it all the time. Everybody knew how to play Wipeout.
Oh, dude, Mike Vanek just threw out a really good one. I Hate Everything About You by UK, which everybody still to this day thinks is by Motley Crue.
Huh.
You know which song I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Brandon?
I didn't know that, though. I thought it was by Motley
What,
Crue.
That's just like everybody thinks Balls to the Walls by AC/DC, and it's hella not.
Wow.
Well, you know about 3 or 4 different cult songs? I always think it's 38 Special.
Yeah, I can
38,
see that.
but they have 3 or 4.
No, I just said there's about 3 or 4 cult songs. I always think it's 38 Special.
Oh, the Cult. Okay.
Yeah, the Cult.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. Yeah, that's one, Jordan, for sure.
That was on my honorable mentions. That is definitely one of my honorable mentions, man, because if in the late 90s you didn't get knocked down, but you get up again and ain't nobody ever going to keep you down,
Yep.
like you were fucking up in life.
That's right.
Because that's what we do. We're just here pissing the night away. Isn't that right? Brandon boy, Brandon boy. Oh wow, Mike Vanek, they're coming to take me away.
That was an awesome song. That's back in my day. To the funny farm where life is beautiful and gay all day. Oh, hee-hee-ha. Yes, I know that song.
Damn. Fuck yeah, Mike Vanek.
Good one, Mike.
Yo.
All right, so I guess my next one, I have another obscure one, and then the rest of them are well-known ones. So I'll just get these out of the way real quick. So when I say obscure, I just mean it was a big song for like a short minute, and it just kind of gone away. It gave the band notoriety, and, well, now they're just kind of just kind of a name that you hear every once in a while. Well, this song is The Widow by the
Mars Volta.
by the Mars Volta. Now, I don't like the Mars Volta. I like At the Drive-In better than the Mars Volta. And just because I was traumatized one time by seeing the Mars Volta live with System of a Down, where they just went on stage and they jammed for 35 minutes without playing one single song.
Now, what's funny is my finance guy from Meta Subaru was at that show, and he absolutely adored the Mars Volta because of that fact and because Homeboy had a hell of a voice.
Oh, sure. You know, he's got fast and black lungs made of clothes splintered shards. You know, that song is a real cool song. The rest...
Can you sing the chorus?
Where is it? Let's see.
Free me from the shelter, free me from the shame, and I hide.
'Cause I never sleep alone.
Dude, honestly, and that was such a sick chorus. It really was. Oh, Dad's trying to get that lighter up.
Go, Brandon. Go, Brentley.
By the way, Jordan threw out a really good one up there. I don't know if you saw that, Brandon.
Bad Boys by Inner Circle?
Bad Boys, the theme from Cops.
Oh, okay.
Like, you remember, like, we all knew it from Cops, and then about the mid-90s, like, it was the kind of thing where youth centers were the big thing at the moment. So you go to all these places, and, you know, they'd have swimming pools or, like, video games, pinball, pool, things like that. And some motherfucker would get the jukebox going, and all you'd hear, and that bass line sticks in my head to this day, is fucking dum 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 dum. You chuck it on this one, you chuck it on that one, you chuck it on your mother, and you chuck it on your father.
God, I hope somebody has the Baha Men on their list.
You know what? I honorable mention. Honorable mention, trust me, I thought about it. I really, really did. I was so... Oh, dude, like, so close. So close. But I had to nix them for my next one.
You know, I hope I'm not taking anybody's list here, but honorable mention before we get to yours is It Wasn't Me by Shaggy.
Did she catch you in the shower?
It wasn't me.
Saw you banging on the
It
sofa.
wasn't me.
Heard the scream getting
It
louder.
wasn't me.
Said right then it was
It
over.
wasn't me.
I just heard that the other day. Channel surfing on the way out here.
Oh, I do remember the Sick Puppies, but I don't remember their songs. Like I do remember the band Sick Puppies, though. As a matter of fact, they have a song currently. I just forget what it is.
So what's your number 4, number whatever? I don't know. We have
I'm going your
Next.
route. I'm going your route. It is 4. I'm going your route and going super duper obscure. There was a band called Grade 8 back in like 2003. And they had this hella sick metal song called Brick by Brick.
I remember that one.
And what's really cool, like they went on tour with Papa Roach, a couple other bands, and the drummer from one of the bands we featured a few weeks ago, Makeshift Grey, not Roger Gajardo, but the guy that joined him afterwards, he actually went on to Grade 8.
Oh, wow.
And when we saw Papa Roach, Motograder, and Grade 8 at the Fruit Yard, he was playing with them. So, like, Grade 8 got the biggest reaction in Modesto. And this is when Motograder was hot as fuck, dude. And Papa Roach was, they had just released Getting Away with Murder.
Okay.
And so Papa Roach was on the up and up. And Grade 8 hit the stage. And as soon as Josh walked out to his drum kit, that place was already pitted. Like, that place had already started a mosh pit. And they opened up with Brick by Brick. And then everybody left after, like, everybody went to go get beer.
That's why you never open up with your song. You gotta close with that shit.
Smooth Criminal. Ooh. Mike Vanek brought up Smooth Criminal. Do we count that because it was a cover?
I would say no, because it was a massive hit by Michael Jackson.
True.
Wait a minute. This is supposed to be one-hit wonders.
True, but Alien Ant Farm, when they did Smooth Criminal, like, name me another Alien Ant Farm song.
Oh, okay. But I thought, because there's a lot of bands that did a cover, and it was the only thing they ever did that they was noted for.
True. Well, and that's, one of the one-hit wonders that I had on my list, and I had to nix him, was the mighty MC Hammer. But MC Hammer did a cover of Have You Seen Her?
Mm-hmm.
And that gained a lot of traction, too, so I don't know if you could really count MC Hammer as a one-hitter.
And for the record, Alien Ant Farm had more than one hit.
See, now that was the other debate that I was having with my family last night at dinner.
You, Mike.
Yeah, because like Vanek said, movies. Yeah. Was what do you consider a hit? Oh!
It had to be number one, right?
Hey, Tish. No, didn't have to be number one. Tish just brought up a good one. One Headlight by the Wallflowers.
Yeah. That was a good one. How'd you come up with that?
And thanks for tuning in from the other room.
Yeah. But that was the Wallflowers were a great band. They really were.
I don't know if they were a great band, but that was a great song.
Well, it was okay.
Bob Dylan's kid.
It was a group of great musicians that just went out and had fun after everybody and their dog knew who they were, and they did some good tunes. How's that?
Saron brought up a good one. You're Beautiful by James Blunt.
Is that? No, that's not what I'm thinking of.
You're beautiful.
Oh, that is what I'm thinking of. Okay.
You're beautiful. It's true.
Okay.
I saw your face in a crowded place.
You know,
I don't know what to do.
your James Blunt voice is very what's her name? Macy
Whitney.
Gray.
Oh, dude, that was hella Macy Gray,
Yeah.
huh?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. So, what do you got? Oh, so you went grade 8. So back to you, Wes.
Back to me. Okay. This is one that I about fell over when I found it on the one-hit wonder list because I did not know this band only had one hit. And this was back when I was probably 19 or 20.
So, back in the dinosaur days, Moses
No, it was right after the dinosaurs. It was pre-8-track.
So Moses hadn't quite grown a beard yet?
He hadn't parted the sea.
Okay, he hadn't parted the sea, but he had a goatee.
The Knack, My Sharona.
Okay.
I about fell over when I found out that was their only hit.
My Sharona.
Sharona. Yeah. We used to sing it My Scirocco, but, and other things that we cannot put on this podcast. Go on, Storm.
Well, I mean, the list of things that we can't have on here is way shorter than the list of things we can.
Yeah, that one you can't.
My Sharona is a good pick. Yeah, I didn't know they were a one-hit wonder either, so.
Neither. I about fell over. That's why I had to keep it.
I think it's one of those things that, people our age don't even know who sang that song. We just know that, My Sharona.
My Sharona. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh wow, Vanek is just rocketing off "Rock the Boat" by Hughes Corporation. "Come and Get Your Love" by Redbone.
Come and get your love.
I doubt Mike Vanek is Googling it.
I have to make sure they're one-hit wonders.
You know what? I trust Mike Vanek on that. I don't think he would.
Mike Vanek's not Googling this stuff. Jordan definitely is. Rivy might be. All right, so my number 3, dude, in 1999, this song came out and embodied every single comedy movie and was just everywhere for the next like 2 or 3 years after it came out. This song is "My Own Worst Enemy" by Lit. Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to call you that. I want to know what he called her.
That. He called her that.
Well, I mean,
that's kind of like Meatloaf and "I'll do anything but love, but I won't do that."
But he answers your question in the very next line. "I can't remember what I said or what you threw at me.
Or what you threw.
So please tell me. Please tell me why." Let's do the William Shatner version.
"My car is in the front yard.
And I'm sleeping with my clothes on.
'Cause I came in through the window. And you're
gone.
Gone.
Man, that movie, I kid you not, is like the start of every single. I mean that song.
Every buddy movie.
Every movie.
Saron just said "All for One" was a one-hit wonder. What was the "All for One" song back in the day?
Ooh, here I'll look it up.
"All for One," they were kind of like they were a Boyz II Men knockoff.
"All for One." Let's see.
You know what? Oh wait, no. You know what? You think "Liar" by the Rollins Band hits? You know what? Adam Sandler does not count as a one-hit wonder. Wait, what? What's up?
I found it. So "All for One" is "I swear from the moon and the stars and the sky, I'll be there." Oh. That's a good one, Saran.
Hey, you know what, Tish? "I'm Too Sexy" by Right Said Fred is on everybody's one-hit wonder list, which is why I had to not include it. like it's just too obvious.
I'm going to give an honorable mention before we get to you once again. This is from my beautiful, smart, clever fiance, and that is "That Thing You Do" from the movie That Thing You Do.
Yes.
Right, which was literally written for the movie.
And it became an actual hit from the movie.
Yeah.
So good song, good movie, good stuff.
Actually, you know what, Vanek? Cross-check that. Was John Michael Montgomery first, or was "All for One" first? No, it was. You're right. It was a cover.
Thongs.
Okay.
I thought Cisco had more hits than just a thong song.
He might have had another song or two, so he might not count. But that was definitely if you say Cisco, you're not going to think of any other song.
Since I have
an honorable mention.
Yes, I kept telling myself no, I'm going to stick to 5. But since we've had honorable mentions, something somebody said a while ago, I don't know what it was, cued this in my memory, and so this is my honorable mention, and I'm going to see if you can guess what it is. Got a little change in my pocket going jing-a-ling-a-ling.
Georgia Satellites.
That's
baby.
right.
Don't give me no lines and keep
your
your hands
hands
to
to
yourself.
Okay, there's my honorable mention.
Those guys had the baddest mullets, dude.
They did. You know what? They put that song out, and then they disbanded because they weren't getting anywhere. And a year and a half later, somebody calls them and says, "Guys, you're like number 4 on the charts." So they had to get the band back together. I think one guy didn't come back or something like that. I can't remember all the trivia on that, but
dude, I would love to be number 4. Like I've always.
Well, then they went to number 1.
Well, like Jen and I have talked. Really?
Yeah, that went to number 1.
Jen and I have talked about, like, I would have loved to have been a one-hit wonder, you know, make my million and then get the fuck out. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be the running joke, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, I got my money.
Yeah, I got paid. My house is paid off. You're over there making fun of me at a county fair buying beers to watch me sing my one song.
All right, so fun story with that. So I saw Foghat one time.
Oh, I saw him twice.
All right, so I don't know if they did this to you, but when I saw Foghat at the Antioch, California fair, you know, so they played for 2 hours. You know, God bless them, they're old, but they put on a kick-ass show. But every single second or third song, they would start to play the beat, the slow ride. So you know, they would start to play the beat to it, and then they'd break into a whole nother song, and then not play slow ride. and then to the very end, where they start playing the beat, the slow ride, and then they actually went into slow ride. And you're like, okay.
See, and what's funny is Foghat, like, Slow Ride is the bigger song, but Free Ride's such a better song. And what the fuck was those guys' obsession with the word ride?
It's the same song.
Free Ride and Slow Ride?
Slow Ride is that's the second verse.
No. Slow Ride and Free Ride are two different songs.
Free Ride is Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No. Oh, I thought we were talking about Foghat.
No.
Foghat,
no.
that's in
No, Red Hot Chili Peppers covered both Free Ride and Higher Ground from Stevie Wonder.
Fair enough. Okay.
But when I saw them, they weren't old. Well, they were getting there, and they were
riding that coattail.
Yeah.
Hey, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Hey, you want to pay me $20,000 to fuck off on stage for 2 hours and then play my hit? Game.
I'll concede that one, Dave.
You better, like, because there's a big difference between slow ride, take it easy, and come on and take a free ride.
Yeah, I was confusing something.
They're in two different types.
Yes, it actually was 2 albums apart too, if I remember correctly.
All right, Dave, give us your one. And by the way, green jelly is hilarious. Little pig, let me in.
You know what? That's green jello. I don't give a shit that they were green jelly afterwards after they got sued by Jello. Three Little Pigs is there. That counts. That totally counts. And I'm mad I didn't have that on my list. Yes, Jordan, Aqua had Barbie Girl. Jesus Christ. Like, do we have to keep bringing it up? Me and Brandon were just hoping to forget that song existed.
I already did.
Good for you. Good for you. Okay, number 3. I decided to go once again back into the 90s and think about, you know, songs that just inspire. And how when you get up, you know, you're just motivational. So you wake in the morning and you step outside and you take a deep breath. You get real high and you scream from the top of your lungs. What's going on?
Yeah.
I almost spit out my water.
'Cause I said,
yeah.
Dude, that song is the motherfucking shit.
Yes.
The motherfucking shit. And I have seen the best version of it, not by the Four Non Blondes, but by 2 6'3" and 6'5" men. One of them, our guest for next week, J-Dub, from one of the boroughs of New York. And some farm boy from Hanford who wore the fucking boots and everything. And they got up there and did this acoustic with 2 guitars and both their voices. And it may have been the best cover I've ever seen in my life.
How drunk were you when you listened?
Not at all. I had to drive home from Hanford.
Oh my God, Vanek and Jordan are arguing in the chat. This is amazing. Keep going, guys.
Fight! By the way, Saron, Love Shack's a great song, but the B-52s were more than a one-hit wonder. Because not only did they have Love Shack, but they also had Rock Lobster.
Yeah.
All right.
Rock Lobster.
Rivy says, cringe. I won $50 at Christy Pierce's karaoke battle by lip syncing and dancing to Aqua Barbie Girl, and it's never come out till now.
So you just came out of the closet. Okay. That's cool.
Now, there's no video evidence of it, but I won a karaoke competition with at a family barbecue once by coming out to Spice Girls Wannabe.
Oh.
And I smashed
Your
that
dad
shit.
is looking at you like, who the hell are you?
Where's my son? Oh,
Your son is off being the world's greatest showman.
yes, true.
That's right, true.
Dude, I love that song.
Let him have math.
Little Boxes, the theme song to Weeds. I love that song.
Who sings
I
that?
have no idea.
Honey, who sings Little Boxes? I don't know. Okay. My wife, yeah, but usually you've got that kind of knowledge on tap.
Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky tacky. Oh, yeah, stuff like that, yeah.
All right. So we're, dude. So we've got two apiece left.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's two. Yeah, it's two. So is it my
Yes,
turn
sir.
again?
Yes, it is.
Here's one that everybody knows and a phone number that is known at every checkout stand in the world, because when it says please enter your phone number, everybody enters their area code and this phone number 8675309. Jenny by Tommy Two Tone. I actually saw them perform that prior to ZZ Top coming on stage. Midland, Texas.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's awesome. Like, man, I will be honest, like, there's some of these older bands I still want to see. Like, I still haven't seen AC/DC. I want to see AC/DC before they die.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
I
do. Because I guarantee you it's still badass.
I don't care if they come out in wheelchairs. I just want to see them perform.
Dude, Angus Young is still a monster, dude. He's still got kick flip. He still makes you and me look like tired old sad sacks, dude.
Would you see him playing with Guns N' Roses about 6 months ago?
Yeah.
I mean, Slash bowed to him. He just backed off and bowed.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's dope.
Yes.
Angus Young's still the man, dude. My favorite guitar player of all time. Like, I know he's not the best in the world, but man, everybody likes to talk shit about AC/DC only having like 2 songs. It's not true. You just hear
There's 3. No.
Well, I'm just saying, you just hear the hits. You don't hear like songs like Can I Sit Next to You, Girl, or Night Prowler, where they either brought out that swing boogie, or in Night Prowler like that just nasty fucking blues with a dark side.
Yes.
Like, AC/DC truly is one of those bands that if you don't listen to their catalog and you just hear the hits, yeah, you're going to think they all sound the same. But if you really dig into AC/DC, dude, one of the most diverse and eclectic bands out. It's so badass. Dude. You don't make 50 fucking years without being a badass.
I wouldn't call them diverse, but they are badass.
Then you haven't listened to...
No, I'm talking about the realm, the stretch of their music.
Yeah, like if you listen to the whole Dirty Deeds album, there's like I said, swing boogie, old blues, and then the usual AC/DC.
Oh yeah, and then
like it's all
and then
there.
go listen to the whole "If You Want Blood, You've Got It" album. It's completely different from anything else they've done.
Yeah, or Highway to Hell stands the test of time.
Oh yes, Back in Black.
Yeah, Back in Black. Oh, dude, still Razor's Edge was their last great album.
But they've never put out garbage.
No.
Never. I know one album of theirs it was garbage.
Fly on the Wall.
I didn't think it was garbage.
It's consistent.
I didn't think it was up to par, but I didn't think it was garbage.
Yeah, Ballbreaker was still pretty good.
Yeah.
So, all right. So where are we at? Are we back? Wait.
It's your turn.
Oh.
It's your turn on number 2.
Okay. So I know some people have heard this song before. This song came out in 2001. The music video looks like it came out in 1987. Dude, this song is ridiculous. It was on the charts for just a little while. But still to this day, I remember it like it was yesterday. This song is by Little T and One Track Mike. This is Shaniqua. Dude, have you ever heard that song?
Off the top of my head, no. Is this going to be another one of those Brandon play this for a second?
Shaniqua don't live here no more. Shaniqua don't live here no more. Shaniqua there? Hell no.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that song.
Yeah, I even have memory of that one.
It's literally about Shaniqua used to live at that phone number that people keep calling. He's like, "What the hell, man? Shaniqua's not here," and they're just trying to look for their trick, man. It's just the whole. The video's ridiculous. The song's completely ridiculous. So
I'd like to see the video.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have to watch that video at some point.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It's real bad.
But yeah, Shaniqua. That's my number. That's my number 2.
Okay. Never, once again, like I said, I don't even remember that song, so I didn't see it coming. Like, okay.
I'll play it for you after this.
Okay.
All right, give me yours, man.
Oh,
You're next to the last.
Like, oh man, I've had to like nix and cross off and like switch and oh my god, so many times. But how in the fuck has nobody brought up Rockwell's "I always feel like somebody's watching me and I get no privacy"? Like, dude, for real, that is like one of the ultimate one-hit wonder songs because just like, what song was it earlier when we brought up that we were like, oh, like we talked about I Hate Everything About You by the UK, which we all thought was by Motley Crue, or Balls to the Wall, which people think was by AC/DC. Everybody thinks that Rockwell song is by like one of the lesser-known Jacksons. We always think that's like either Tito or Jermaine. And like, it's such an iconic song. And I totally, accidentally, at least 3 or 4 times in both Brutal Innocence and Nothing But Losers, that song has been on the radio when we've been putting stuff up. And that was always such a good song to set the vibe when you're putting your gear up. And you know as well as I do, that's important. Like when you're getting your gear on stage, it's important that you get in the right frame of mind to play a set, right? And when that song comes on the PA, and you look over at your guitar player, and both bands, it was my guitar players. I looked over and was singing it at them, and they'd sing it back at me. You just know you're going to take the stage and have too much fun that night because you're in a good mood, because you heard the right jam.
Enough said.
Sometimes I do that. I bring that sort of thing. Like, like I did Monday Motivation earlier about don't let your own self get in the way of your own good time.
And I really like that one. I ran out of time. I was going to do a live in conjunction to yours, but I ran out of time. I didn't get to do it, so.
No, I saw you said you thought about carrying it over, and that'd be cool to see the boss's Monday Motivations. Like, I'd love it. Like, it'd make up for lost time when I can't get them done,
Aldo Nova, great song.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, off the top of my head, neither do I.
Oh, wow. Life is just a fantasy. Can you live this fantasy life?
Oh
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Aldo Nova was like 4'9". Or the guy that was the lead.
So he was like 3 inches taller than Ozzy Osbourne?
Maybe.
I mean,
his guitar. It's kind of like Joan. You remember how big Joan Jett's guitar looks to her? Aldo Nova's the same.
Dude, she's still badass.
She is. She's her and Pat Benatar both, man.
Like, have you seen Joan Jett play Bad Reputation recently?
Yes.
Oh, dude, and she's still fucking just.
Yeah, with Miley Cyrus singing it the other night at some award show.
I bet that was.
That was the only thing I saw was that somebody put it on Facebook or something. It was. Incredible.
That was good.
She's still hot, isn't she?
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Dave.
Actually, I just did my number 2. It's
you did.
It's your turn to
drop.
It's your turn to drop your number 1.
My number 1.
Your
I have saved this one, and I really thought hard about this because it's very possible that nobody else is going to know this in this group, except maybe Vanek.
Yeah, right. Don't count out Mike Vanek on knowing anything musical.
But it's also very possible after our cartoon discussion that everybody's going to know it. Because I remember when this one debuted on the cartoon on Saturday morning. Sugar Sugar by the Archies.
I accidentally or not accidentally, but I just knocked that off my list.
I thought of that. That was one of the first ones I thought of because I remember that coming on and a little kid out there dancing, in front of the TV, singing along. It was disgusting, yes. Be worse now if I did it, but there's my number 1.
It would definitely be worse now if you did it.
Oh, sugar, sugar, boo, 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 doo, boo, boo. Oh, honey,
honey.
doo, doo.
You are my dream girl, and you got me wanting you. I'll
The song
quit.
is beautiful. That's a beautiful song.
It actually is.
It is a beautiful.
uh,
Ooh, Mike Bannock says Joan Jett should be the singer for Nirvana.
I can see that.
I can see it.
That's
Yeah,
very
actually,
interesting.
that's a
That's
good eye,
interesting.
Mike Bannock.
That's interesting. Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Huh. Huh. Okay. Got my wheels turning there.
Mm-hmm. We see the smoke, bro. We see the smoke.
All right, so I guess I'll give you my number one. So, Lunchbox, Mr. Dave, I love you. But,
Yeah.
hold on, little girl. Show me what he's done to you. Stand up, little girl. A broken heart can't be that bad when it's through. It's through. Fate will twist the both of you. So come on, baby. Come on over. Let me be the one to show you.
I'm the one who wants
to
to
be with you.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. I'm so mad you beat me to that one because that was another one of my, like, when I rocketed off like 20,
Yeah.
I was like,
That was a cool song.
I love it, man.
That's
Great
Are you
melody.
sure that's Steve Miller's only hit? I mean, seriously.
Hell no.
Jet Airliner and oh man, I can't even think right now. No, there's no way it's Steve Miller's only hit. No.
There's no way he has survived this long in the music industry with just one hit. Absolutely not.
Even though him and the Eagles did co-write several songs together back in their early days.
Oh, dude, Groove Is in the Heart was on my honorable mentions too. Good pick there, Mike Bannock.
I mean, what about the Macarena? Everybody loves the Macarena.
Oh yes,
dude. So the other day, me and Jen were driving through traffic and we were listening to '90s music, and Macarena came on, and we were like, let's see if we can remember how to do the dance. So we're sitting at a stuff like fucking la 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 la. Hey, Macarena.
which brings up what I was going to have as an honorable mention. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right.
Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. Walk it out, walk it out, walk. The Cupid Shuffle, dude.
Yeah, the only dance I could ever do.
Now, you want to hear a really cool piece of fun fact on that? I don't remember the guy's name who did Cupid.
Me either.
But he went on The Voice and sang the Cupid Shuffle, and nobody turned around for him. So afterwards, when they all turned around, CeeLo Green looked up and goes, Cupid? And that was when Adam Levine and Blake Shelton were hella competing, and they both start talking, and he's like, no, that's his song. Like, he just sang his own song to try and get a spot on The Voice, and he didn't get it.
That's hilarious.
Right. They told him, they're like, look, man, sometimes it happens to us all. You might not be the greatest singer. You got to hit. Like, you got to hit. Like, yeah, you're not going on in this, but you know what, man? Take pride in what you did do.
Yep.
Hey, Vanek, who did Midnight by the Oasis? That was a one-hit wonder, wasn't it?
I like use.
I just remember the song.
Till the night closes in.
Don't you have one left?
Till the night closes in. All right.
I missed most of that because you glitched out on my end. So
You're fortunate, man. You're very fortunate.
You're very fortunate. I'm with it. You know what, man? Oh.
You're number one, bro. Come on, son.
All right, so like in doing this, like it's one of those like crossing. What should really be number one? What deserves the honor of number one? So as you guys all know me, I'm gonna drag this out a little bit.
get it.
Okay, so now we could all go ahead and agree that a number one spot could easily go to Dexy's Midnight Runners with "Come On Eileen." Oh, I swear I will.
Yes.
Okay, that could deserve a number one. And then, of course, we could always give a number one with, oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. But no.
99 Loft Balloons?
You know what? Another one where, you know what? I thought about it, but I took that thought and let it go. And I'm actually going to go with, and this is only because it was one of my favorite songs on MTV because the video was so fucking weird. So fucking weird. It was basically this picnic scene where this guy and this girl were hanging out and they had all this fresh food and they're sitting there just kind of feeding each other. And one of the fresh foods was like the big raw fish. Like there's just a big fucking groupie just sitting there fucking chilling out.
It sang, didn't it?
No.
It didn't? Okay.
No.
Wrong video.
No. And I just want you to know that Brandon, Mike Vanek,
Thanks, Mike.
even though we have all our disagreements, and even though a lot of this podcast is all about ball busting, I just want you to know that I will forever and always, I'll stop the world and melt with you. You see it's different and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. By Modern English, man.
Yep.
Like, seriously, it is such a good song. It's been on so many commercials, so many movies, so many different things. And I mean, of all the one-hit wonders, I mean, we could have went, the king of one-hit wonders, of course, is Vanilla Ice.
No.
You can't argue that.
I can argue that.
Oh, really? What you got?
I have the king of one-hit wonders right here. We're no strangers to love.
No,
You
no.
know the rules.
No,
and so do I.
Nope. He had another song.
Did he?
Together forever.
Shit, you're right.
Together forever is true.
Damn
so
it.
no, I thought about that, but then I remembered the other because it's the first song and it's Never Gonna Give You Up, and then the other Rick Astley song.
Damn it. I totally forgot about that.
Nice try though, Mr. Blacker. You cannot stump me.
Yes.
Whoo, man. You know, I listen to Spasmatics every single week, and they play nothing but one-hit wonders, and I can't...
That is kind of the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shoot, man. Like, we just covered a whole lot of music. We just covered a whole lot of television.
And we did.
I have a question.
Okay.
Are you ready? I have a question. I'm going to ask this question, and I'm going to go first. And then I want you to go second,
Okay.
Brandon, because I already know Dave's answer.
Okay.
And he's going to elaborate forever. So if we want to get anything in.
I got
we'll
it from you.
Yes, I know.
Just saying.
So anyway.
I'm funnier, though.
Sometimes.
I don't know.
Who was your first concert? Mine, I was between 10 and 12 years old, and it was Charlie Pride. His big hit at the time was Reuben James, and later he came out with Kiss an Angel Good Morning. We lost Charlie about a year ago. Mm-hmm. He was unbelievable. I mean, he broke the ground. Charlie Pride was phenomenal. And I will quit there. There's mine.
Okay. My very first concert was actually, I was 14 years old, and I got to see the Misfits, legendary punk band.
Who we will be seeing at Aftershock.
That's right. Aftershockfestival.com. There still might be some weekend tickets left. Go check it out. October 7th through 10th. So aftershockfestival.com. It was the Misfits with Michael Graves, not Glenn Danzig, unfortunately. It was also with the Groovy Ghoulies and Fear.
Oh, wow.
That was a wonderful show at the Crest Theater in 1997.
That's a hell of a first show.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that's a good first show, man.
I remember, because it was my first show, I remember being in the front row and kind of getting, tossed around by all the moshers and punkers in the pit and everything. And I remember looking around, and I remember just turning around and just seeing the entire amphitheater just, full. and like I got like major anxiety at that moment because I was like, oh shit.
Like you realize you're in a fire hazard right now?
Yeah, I realized there was way too many people, and I'm stuck in the middle of them, and I've never been in this situation in my entire life. Mike Vanek, Fear is pretty cool. Kepi Ghoulie is really cool as well. I've had a couple conversations with him. So that was my first. So what is yours, sir?
Man, it's no secret because I scream it from the rooftops, and it's the explanation for why every show I'm in, every band I'm in, there's no just getting on stage and playing. It's, you got to add an element of a show to it.
Yeah.
And my first concert was AC/DC in 1990 at the Razor's Edge tour at the Cow Palace.
So you were like 6.
Yes, like by about a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Like it was December 12th. Me and my wife actually looked it up so I could be accurate about it. And man, like from the moment the smoke hit and you start hearing the cymbal,
Ooh.
and then Angus hits that fucking thunderstruck guitar intro. From that moment, and it was funny because like the drummer appeared in a puff of smoke, Angus appeared in a puff of smoke, Malcolm appeared in a puff of smoke, the bass player appeared in a puff of smoke, and then right as it came time to sing, fucking Brian Johnson just comes running from the side of stage. But from that moment to when a giant iron bell drops from the ceiling and just starts hitting that bong, and they play Hell's Bells, to the very next song with the bell still there, they play Money Talks, and a bunch of Angus dollars with Angus Young's face on them fall from the ceiling. To when they end the show with, "For those about to rock, we salute you." And they pull 2 cannons on either side of the stage. They're like full bore size, that sort of thing you see at the park. And the first time, "For those about to rock," and just boom, like I was addicted to the live show experience, man. Like, and there was never going to be anything better for me than the roar of a crowd, the scream of a singer, the crash of a band. Like nothing would ever beat it in my life. I had achieved my highest high, and I would continue to chase that high forever.
Oh, what is this?
My mom saw that tour at Arco. My dad just gave me a gift live on air. And he wrapped it in Walmart bags.
I had to pay for them out here.
So what, bags are more expensive than wrapping papers? So.
Well, you can reuse them.
And I will. What?
What is
the
this?
fuck? Dude, can you read that?
What? No way.
It's just a box.
What do we have here?
Oh my God.
Those are very nice. Wait, are they actually Whoa! Whoa! Beautiful. Where did you get those?
Shoe store,
Wow.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's freaking wonderful. And they have a wonderful father-son embrace over the AC/DC shoes, which are beautiful. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Souls too? No, the Souls are just DCs.
Oh, I thought it. Okay.
Because they're DCs.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike hit the nail on the head. Wes is a pimp.
Dude, even the wrapping paper.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, wow, dude. No, this is like flyers from their early shows from Capitol Theater in Aberdeen. the Back in Black at the Meyer Music Bowl, the sounds of the Lock Up Your Daughter's summer tour, the Monsters of Rock. It was already ripped.
I know, but it's catching ripping more.
Oh wow! I'll post pictures of this in a minute.
Wow, that's freaking wonderful. So, but my friends, that is our show. Did you guys enjoy Nostalgia Night with Westley Ussery?
AKA Dave's dad.
Yep.
It still floors me that that's the thing he's proudest of all the things he's done.
I can't wait to hear more stories later, though. We gotta get you on Skype when you're out there trucking or doing something. We gotta hear some on the road stories.
Oh, he's got them.
I know.
And don't forget, Brandon, we got post-production.
That's true. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 112. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure I don't even know what to say. This has been a lot of fucking fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, go find me on Instagram at @TheRealBrandonBlacker. Go find my band Suburban Paranoia on all social media platforms. Go find Giving the Devil's Due under Facebook.com/GTDHD. And speaking of Suburban Paranoia, Digital Disease is coming your way very soon. We have a brand new music video, and it is coming. So, Mr. Lunchbox, tell them where can they find you.
You know what? Don't worry about me, man. You can find me in the corner crying because my dad just hit me hard with some emotion right now. But most importantly, you can find this show at Talking Shop with the Boston Box on Facebook. Don't forget to join the Talking Shop with the Boston Box Facebook discussion group where we shitpost all the bullshit about the bullshit that you want to bullshit about all day, every day. You can find us at Talking Shop with the Boston Box on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter at shop_talking. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at Talking Shop with the Boss and the Box. Make sure you do that. We've got all our Monday morning motivation videos. The Boss Reacts. Every single episode of the show, and maybe some bonus content coming your way just because we got nothing better to do. And then, most importantly, you can find us live every Monday night right here on Facebook at 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight, Pacific Standard, or Pacific time. 8 p.m. on the West Coast, 11 p.m. on the East Coast, and adjust your schedule in between for episode 113 of Talking Shop with the Boston Box, where we will be interviewing my oldest friend in music, J-Dub Rocks, from the band Life Jacket, and we're gonna talk some shit because this guy has been around the country and back.
Hell yeah. So we will see you next week. Make sure you donate via Venmo to Boss in the Box. Go check out the Aftershock Festival at aftershockfestival.com, being headlined by Metallica and the Original Misfits. We will see you October 7th through 10th at Discovery Park in Sacramento. See you next week, everybody. Take care. And Westley Ussery, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for letting me join in, guys. It was a blast.
All right. Good night, everybody.